Hey guys, so this is a different video. I'm getting a keratin treatment done. I mentioned this on some social media sites. I'm like squinting because it's really sunny out. But this is my hair before any anything. Like this is air dried. I did it yesterday, so I've slept in it like this. But this is air dried with nothing in it. No blow dryer, no product, nothing. It's really frizzy. I'm sure some people will be like, but it's a nice wave. I don't dislike the wave, but I dislike the frizziness, and it looks like a poof ball, and I don't like to wear my hair like that. I'm getting it done by Simply Smooth Keratin Treatment, and I'll give you more information on that, but I'm going to show you the process and all that stuff, and then I'll make another video showing you the results after I get the keratin and after I've air dried my hair. So this is it without the keratin, and I'll show you in a separate video after this what it looks like with the keratin treatment. The reason I found out about this keratin treatment and this actual place is from Michelle 1218. She made a keratin video a little bit ago. I'll put a link to that, where she got it done at this place by this person, and I watched that video and I trust Michelle's opinion. I want to go someplace that is reliable. So I'm going where she went, and I'm getting it done by the person that she went to because, again, like, I trust her opinion, and I know that it's something that she would recommend. I'm not worried about how it's going to come out because I've seen Michelle's results and it looks amazing, so I'm excited. Hi guys, so I'm at the Simply Smooth Keratin Treatment Salon. I'll put all the information below on where that is, but it's really nice in here. There's like a chandelier up there and it's just really nice looking. My friend Michelle is going to help me film this. I'm really excited, and I hope that I have Michelle 1218 hair after this because her hair looks amazing, obviously, we can all agree. She's going to give me a hair consultation. This is Doreen Guarneri, and so I want to hear what she has to say.
Well, texture is as individual as getting a new haircut or a color. So, for argument's sake, when we talk about like highlights in hair, we find out how light, how dark someone is to begin with, how light they want to go, how much of it they want, and that becomes individual. It's not just a preformed thing that we say, okay, highlights, we boom and do the same thing on everybody. And everybody, I think, understands that. Texture is as individual as a thumbprint, as a fingerprint. So it's all about your wish list. It's about the canvas that you start with, and it's about the end result of what you want to get. So I think up until now, a lot of keratin treatments have been very, like, I call it like the little black dress. They kind of just do a one-size-fits-all, and everybody gets the same thing, and if it makes you too straight, oh well, and if it makes you too curly, oh well. So we address it a little bit differently, and we look at things like, for argument's sake, are there any areas on your head that drive you crazy compared to other areas? Because sometimes people have very curly spots here, or here, or in the back.
I hear people complain a lot about these hairs right here, and that they can't straighten them, they can't get them to behave the way they want them to, so I can totally understand that.
And the reason that happens is because you have less hair in the first inch of your hairline all around, so it has a tendency to have more movement, more curl, more wave, more frizz, more of whatever. So we address it separately, and we just want to know, basically, what would you like to be if you had a perfect wish list about your hair?
Oh my gosh, okay, well, I don't want any frizz. My hair is very frizzy. People always say, oh, your hair is so pretty wavy and curly, you should wear it like that, but it's just frizzy on top of all of that, so I feel like the nice waves and the nice curls are hidden behind a bunch of frizz. I do straighten my hair. I don't wear my hair natural. I used to in high school, but I like straight hair. The smoother, the sleeker, that's what I want. I don't want to necessarily wear my hair natural all the time, even after the keratin, but I would like to be able to, because I'm going to Italy, I'd like to be able to not have to straighten it and blow dry it because I don't have the time, but still be able to just let it air dry.
Well, some of the things that happen is, as we evolve through life, our melanin changes, our collagen changes, but so does our keratin. And keratin is not even here to here. So when we fix your keratin level, what happens is it fills in lots of different potholes that are found around your head, right, around your hairline, your hair shaft. And when we fix that, what it does is it creates a prettier curl and or a prettier straight.
Right.
It also allows you to be in control of your hair instead of your hair controlling you. So when we're at this point of the time of the year, you are not in control, but you could do the most beautiful whatever to your hair for the day, whether it's all curly and scrunchy or it's completely straight. Step outside and you're not in control.
It's always ruined, yeah.
Right, it's not. So what Simply Smooth will do will allow you to be in control. The level of texture management of how much curl you want left in your hair or how much straight you want your hair to come out is up to me and how I design it, no different than a highlight or a color. So we don't have a one size fits all. We just kind of do it the way that your wish list is, and then you change it. Like, so you can change it at another time of the year and say, now I want to be really straight because I want to wear my hair like this. And that's what texture management is.
I like the idea that, you know, these Simply Smooth treatments will allow other people to see my hair at its best and not just me in a controlled environment.
Well, you and I are a perfect example because I don't have any curl in my hair, but I use Simply Smooth Keratin treatments, but not the same texture management level that will be used on you because my hair is depleted of keratin, if you can't tell, from what I do. But if you touch my hair, and I want you to, from the blonde, which is bleach, to the red, you won't tell the difference between the top and the bottom, which is not normal.
Okay. I have never felt someone's hair who has been colored this smooth. Oh my gosh.
This is bleached.
I cannot even believe that. This is smoother than my hair, and like I've never had it colored.
But again, fixing a keratin level isn't always about making it straight. And too many times people attach the adjective straightener with the word keratin. And you're missing out on all the me people. I need keratin, but I don't need the same keratin you're getting. So Simply Smooth has levels and tiers of texture management. So you and I both need keratin for different reasons.
Right.
Different wish lists, different end results.
Like, there's so much misinformation out there about keratin treatments.
Right.
So, I mean, I would have no idea where to go if it weren't for like word of mouth and Michelle's video.
Right. Again, it's all different places. You can't just take a bottle out and expect you and I to both end up happy. Because if you make me too straight, I'm not going to do it again. And yet I'm missing the whole part of repairing my hair.
Right.
So we'll get started.
So much sense. I am so happy to be here.
So right now, Jillian, we're just matching up your texture. This is something, again, that most of the treatments that are out on the market, there's not this level of, I guess, availability and individuality with a lot of the products. To me, as a hairdresser and years of coloring hair, again, that individuality comes right down to your ends have an old ombre on them, which means when I put keratin on your hair, the bottom ends of your hair will be more affected because they're more keratin depleted than the top of your hair because your hair is virgin and basically natural. It's not color treated. So what I'm doing is I'm creating the ultimate canvas by giving you more of a blend and a match so that we don't have a wave pattern on the days that you're wearing your hair wavy that goes into just straight edges. We don't want that to happen. So we're just doing what we call a primer, and that primer just helps us unlock your cuticle a little bit so that when we do the keratin, we're going to match the top to the bottom much better.
That makes so much sense. You guys remember I had my hair ombre, and it's pretty much gone completely, except there is a little bit at the end. So yeah, what she's saying is that it would be a different result from the top of my hair, which has no color on it, than to the bottom, which does have some. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, you basically have two heads of hair. So if someone had like just highlights at the top of their hair and the bottom had no highlights and it was natural, we would do this in the opposite manner. We would use it maybe at the bottom so that we can get more of a blend in texture, and that is what texture management is in the Simply Smooth line.
Wow, I've never felt more taken care of in my life than right here, because I mean, I would have never realized that, or I mean, I feel like I would have realized that, but I would not have expected this level of this level of attention to detail like that. So I feel very, very safe in your hands. Okay guys, so as you can see, my hair is really crazy poofy, and we're done with the keratin. No, we're not. She just blew my hair out a lot, and she's going to paint the keratin on, and she had to open the hair follicles or something. I'm not really sure how it works, but opening the hair follicles so that the keratin will take to my hair, and it definitely is really, really poofy, and this is how it looks after I blow dry it. That's why I straighten my hair. So, yeah.
She's ready and prepared to take on keratin, so we're going to be using the Simply Smooth Original Keratin Treatment, which is going to maintain, it's a lower level of keratin. It's going to maintain texture in her hair, but it's going to eliminate the frizz. And she's going to get, up to 3 months. It could be longer. It it's all based on lifestyle, so if you're doing lots of stuff because it's summer and you're in a lot of salt and chlorine, it's going to be more effective. If you got the same treatment done at a different time of the year, it might last longer because the environment is different, lifestyle is different. So right now we dried the hair the wrong way so that her hair is open. It's not pretty, it's not hair dressed right now, and we're going to go ahead and put the keratin right onto your hair. Jillian, you're going on a trip?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be in salt water.
Right.
Okay, so naturally your body produces salt. So whether you're swimming in it or perspiring, salt is a part of our life. But salt is definitely something that breaks down our keratin treatments along with, chlorine. Or just shampooing excessively. You are going to use maintenance, and we're going to make sure you take a product called Finishing Gloss. And Finishing Gloss and Simply Smooth is a protectant that helps you, that you put in your hair after shampoo and condition. You put it in while your hair is wet, and then it's in your hair. So if you decide to swim, it takes longer for the salt or the chlorine to get to your hair. So it's a great summer product for people, and that's what we're going to have you use. Okay.
Where we're at right now with your treatment is that your keratin has been applied very sparingly. We're going to let it saturate for about 15 minutes. Usually we cover it, but it doesn't have to be covered because you're not under an air conditioning vent, right? And we're going to then dry it. We're going to blow dry it, but we're not going to dry it and sit there with brushes and all that because we're not hairstyling right now. We're starting what we call the curing process. And we're going to let the keratin become part of your hair. It's not finished until we actually iron it. Before we iron it, you're going to find, Jillian, that your hair is very beachy. It's going to feel like kind of like you were at the beach, sandy and salty kind of feel.
Okay.
Tacky. Okay. And then when we iron it, it won't feel that way. It'll be kind of like a matte shine for the first couple of days because with the treatment we used on you, it's a 72-hour cure, which means we want you to hold off 72 hours before shampooing. If you can't stand that, you can use our between dry shampoo in the time and fluff up with a blow dryer, and then you'll feel like that feeling of like lift and clean.
Oh, so it's called Simply Smooth Between? Okay.
And it's a dry shampoo, but let's just say you're a person who just absolutely can't go 72 hours without washing your hair. You don't have to do water, you can use between, and you can use that any time during your keratin treatment to freshen up so that you don't have to water shampoo, because every time you water shampoo or jump in the pool or jump in the ocean, it starts the demise or color your hair. That's not to say you can't do those things, but it's just those things, right, it's natural for those things to start just taking it away.
Okay.
So you're going to use maintenance and all that. But for right now, when we dry this in, it will feel tacky, normal. We don't want you to tie it up. We want you to leave it as natural and down in the air as possible. If you have to get rid of it because it's annoying and hot, just do like something soft, like a pullback scrunchie that's not like a tight rubber band.
Okay, so
no bobby pins.
Harsh dents.
Right. When you wash your face, you can just kind of headband it back. That's the easiest. When you go in the shower, it's easier to do a towel and create like a turban, because if you do a plastic cap, you're going to have humidity and condensation under the cap. If it does get wet because you got caught in the rain or the shower or whatever, you just dry those pieces back down.
So I just use a blow dryer.
Just dry it.
Should I straighten it?
No, you don't need
just
to.
Blow dry.
Here's the deal about ironing. When you've had a keratin treatment, very important. I'm going to compare it to baking.
Okay.
If you bake a cake and there's some sort of oil on the pan or butter, and you take the cake out of the oven and you don't clean that pan, every time you put that pan in and out, the oil that's left on that pan gets harder, harder, and harder, and harder to remove.
Right.
When you have had your keratin in the 3 days or 72 hours that you're not shampooing, we don't want you to iron your hair as much as possible because it's baking and baking the keratin, because the keratin won't be rinsed out of your hair until 72 hours.
Okay, so don't iron hair.
If you don't have to.
Okay, so I won't iron my hair. After I wash it out, just blow dry it, and after I wash it out, I can
be whoever you want to be.
Okay.
You could do an iron, you could do a blow dryer, you could do natural. However, most people own an iron that has temperature control now, and everybody puts it on the hottest setting.
That's what I do.
Don't, because you don't need that anymore. The hotter the setting, the faster you're going to be burning up that keratin out of your hair. You only need to be somewhere around 375 or 400 degrees. Most of the irons are going up to 450 now. That's way too hot for people to be using. But when they're trying to take curl out of their hair and they don't have a keratin, I could see why they would do it.
Because that's what I use. I just put it to the highest.
Because it's faster and easier. But once you've had your treatment, everything you do now will be faster. You just want to know that everything you do starts to take it out.
Okay.
So we want to keep it in as long as possible.
Okay, and I guess with the keratin, the styling will be faster and easier already because of
half the time.
Okay, great.
Half the time.
That sounds good.
Beautiful, shiny. I always tell people it's kind of like potholes in a road. If you have potholes in a road and they come by and they fill them in, you drive to work faster. There's a glare on the road, kind of like your hair is faster to style. There's a shine in the hair. And then about 3 months of driving over the potholes, they start to break up.
Okay.
Gradually, until all of a sudden the potholes are back and the road is not, it's bumpy.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so after this we're gonna
dry it and we're gonna iron it. So Jillian, I can already tell how awesome your hair took the keratin. It has absorbed it and made it part of of the hair shaft, because your hair already looks relaxed. It's not soaking wet. It's actually like a damp right now. And I can see already, we haven't done anything really. It's just absorbed it, and you could tell just from doing so many of them, your hair has definitely taken on the product.
Okay.
So now we're going to dry it downward. I'm not going to use brushes because as it dries it'll get sticky, which is normal, and then we'll iron it, which will take the stickiness away.
Okay, I'll have Michelle show my hair. So it's just already...
It's just very relaxed already.
Wow, great. I cannot wait to see it after it's done.
Yeah, so the treatment that we're doing is going to maintain body in her hair, but take away the frizz and make everything a lot easier. If at another point you wanted to go to another level or tier of texture management, we would have used a different Simply Smooth treatment, and we can make it straighter.
So it's all customized to your specific hair
and what you want now, because what you want in the middle of winter might be totally different. So Jillian, feel your hair.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
It's beachy.
That's normal. The keratin's laying on your hair. So in the back here, I've already started to push the keratin into your hair. We call that curing. And I want you to feel this now.
What?
So now it's bonded, or what we call cured. But your hair will not feel even like this when you shampoo it. So be patient, because for 3 days...
So it's going to be, how different?
It's going to be silkier.
Even silkier than this?
This technically has product on it, because as much product as I can push into your hair, there's still a little powder coat left, and you'll feel that when we're all done. There'll be like a little something, not to the point where you'll be like, ew, but people will say to you, your hair looks amazing, and you'll kind of feel like it's heavy.
Right.
Because it has product on it. It's kind of like you have something in your hair.
Right.
But by no means you don't have to like hide. You'll be fine. But if it drives you nuts, you can freshen up with a blow dryer.
Okay.
And you can also use the Between shampoo, which is a dry shampoo that we make from Simply Smooth. And so I'm going to continue curing. I'm actually using the tool we make called the Cure Tools.
Okay.
And those are regular irons that we use for our keratin curing, but they can be used for styling or anything.
So they're a good iron in general?
They're a great iron because you have to turn them on and off.
Okay, so what are they called?
Cure Tools.
Cure Tools.
Yep.
Because people always ask me for different hair straightener recommendations. So
it's long and skinny, so what happens with this item is that I can work on your hair very fast, because most flat irons, the plate ends right about here.
Right.
So this is double the size. So we're able to work quickly, and because it's a long plate, I can curl your hair beautifully.
Right, I was going to say, I can see it.
Yeah,
can
and
curl
I can touch
easily.
the end. Because we have what we call a kiss edge design.
Oh, smart. So if you guys need a straightener, this is a good one.
It's a good straightener.
I cannot believe when she had me feel that. That was a genuine reaction, and it is so smooth. Like, this feels beachy, but back there is like, I mean...
now it has glide.
I can't imagine that it can get better than that. Oh my gosh, this is insane. What has taken me so long to get a keratin treatment?
Alright, so, Jillian, this is your hair now, temporarily, for 72 hours. It's in what we call the curing mode. Okay. And so, we've created a bond between Simply Smooth Keratin and your hair. And we've filled in all the ridges and potholes and little divots that are in the hair. So everything's adjusted and it's sealed down, or cured as we say, with the iron. We actually used a hot iron on you. The temperature of the iron varies the way we use it with different people depending on their hair. And you notice it's very silky, but like I said, it's a muted shine. And that's because there's like a powder coat left, kind of like when you file your nails and you like have to like go like this to your hands or your lap. There's like a keratin dust. So right now there's a keratin dust on your hair. and that will go away when you shampoo your hair, 72 hours. If you go longer than 72 hours, no big deal.
Okay.
It's not going to hurt you. Just hopefully you won't use the iron, but if you do need to touch up with the iron, you can, like a pass or so, just like one, but don't iron and iron and iron and iron, because you'll be baking the keratin that's laying on your hair and overheating it and cooking it. So it's more important that if when you wake up tomorrow and you want to freshen up your hair, just take a round brush and a blow dryer and it will kind of loosen everything. And that's because the keratin is laying on your hair right now.
Okay.
Once you wash it, you just go live your life and be free and just be yourself and do whatever you want to your hair.
Okay. When I sleep, how should I put my hair?
Don't think about it.
Don't think it. Just sleep normal?
You can do a loose scrunchie if you want. If you don't like your hair all over you, that's fine.
Okay.
But don't do anything with any hard clips, no bobby pins, no hard headbands. And if you do have to use anything that's hard or like a ponytail holder, just don't use it for any length of time. You know, if you have to put your hair back because you're cooking or something like that, short periods of time and then take it back out. We're also going to maintain with product.
Right, maintain with the product.
That's the most important. A lot of people leave salons and they don't have the right product. And there's a misconception where people think they have to use sulfate-free products. That has nothing to do with anything with Simply Smooth. It's actually, our products are free of sodium chloride. And sodium chloride is kind of like an exfoliant, like when you scrub your body, it scrubs out. It's a salt preservative and it scrubs the keratin out of the hair. So the products that we make are free of sodium chloride, but they're balanced with the keratin we used in your hair in the product. So if you've never had a keratin treatment, you can use Simply Smooth because your hair is keratin. And it helps you level out the playing field, but it's not going to make your hair straight or anything. It's just going to help you control the frizz and help repair your hair.
So even if you have not had a keratin treatment, these are good for frizz control, smoothness. Not as great as the keratin treatment.
It's not. Yeah, it's not going to do what the keratin
better
treatment
than better than anything else.
But once you've had the treatment, you need to maintain with these products. And you know, if there's something you want to do at another time, you'll notice that if you shampoo your hair with something different in the course of having the treatment, you'll notice your hair respond differently to what you've used.
Okay, so let's look at some of the products that you have, and then I'm going to make a video, a separate video showing after I wash my hair the results of that.
Awesome. All right, Jillian, so some of the products that I think they'll be great for you to take home. We make so many different products, but the right products for you to take home, I'm going to give you Magic Potion shampoo, I'm going to give you Magic Potion conditioner. You can use these as often as you need, but the more you do to your hair is the faster that you start losing your treatment. That doesn't mean it's going to go away because you shampooed your hair 3 times in a week. It's just that the more you do. So in between, if you want to freshen up, you can easily just use between dry shampoo. And all you're going to do very easily is you could flip your head, spray it in, and use a brush, or you can kind of spray it in and just kind of like shake it through like you're shampooing your hair, but without water. So this is an option too, and we're going to make sure you go home with that so you can have all different types of options to try.
Okay.
We're also going to send you home with regular Magic Potion, which is a very popular product. It's a heat protectant. It protects the hair up to 450 degrees, and you're going to spray it in your hair when your hair is wet. It has no styling ability, but it seals split ends. It helps hair grow beautifully because it keeps it really healthy and balances out the keratin. So that would go on your hair when it's wet. And these are, again, just some options. Finishing gloss is a great summer product. It also goes on your hair wet, but it can also be used dry to touch up the hair from frizz. What you're going to do is you're going to put this in the hair after you shampoo and condition. Let's just say it was the evening. Put your finishing gloss in, maybe the size of a dime. Rub it in your hands like hand cream and slide it through from the ends up. Don't pop it on the top of your head because this is your newest hair. You want it on your old hair, so you might put your head to the side and slide it through, and then just comb blend, and it's going to protect your hair for when you're jumping in, salt water, chlorine. It helps a lot in the summertime.
For someone who has those flyaway like baby hairs in the front, a little bit on the fingers could smooth those over? When it's dry. Okay.
When it's dry, that's a great way to use the product.
Okay.
So wet or dry, it's probably, you're going to get more out of it wet for the purpose of swimming and smoothing. You can use your finishing gloss on the same day with your Magic Potion reparative spray-in, or you can use it separately. So you can try different things to see what's going to work best for your hair at the time of year. Just to recap, there's so many different products in the Simply Smooth line, from styling products to hairsprays, dry shampoos, conditioners. Anybody can use any of the products because your hair is keratin. But if you've had a treatment, you can maintain beautifully with these products. One of the products that's really great for at home that gets featured a lot in different
television shows and newscasts is touch of keratin, and it's used very easily to freshen up your keratin. It by no means is an in-salon treatment, but it'll help you freshen up your keratin. So like if you're a couple of months into it and your treatment isn't as bold as it was, you can just shampoo your hair, don't condition, blot it really well, spray a touch of keratin on, dry it and iron it, and you'll have a great hair day. And you can use it on a need-to-know basis, so if you want to use it once a week or once a month, whatever works for your hair at that time of year is perfect with touch of keratin. So there's lots of different things from volumizers and shampoos and conditioners. It's just a matter of finding what you like and what your stylist feels is right for your hair, if your hair is fine or thick. And you'll find the right regimen in Simply Smooth.
So this is an overview of the salon. It looks incredible. I can't believe how nice this place is. It's unlike any salon I've ever been to, but not just because of this, there's more. This is the shampoo area. I don't know if you could see these chairs, but like, they're incredible. I would love to just sit on these forever. This is the makeup station, so you can get your makeup done, and there's like a chandelier. Amazing. This is the nail area. Really, really nice. That's me. And you can get your nails done, get a pedicure, get a manicure. Now this back here is actually the spa area. So there's a whole entire spa area in here in the back, and you can, like, it's like a one-stop shop. I mean, you can get everything. You can get spray tanned over there. These are the massage areas. I mean, I've never seen, do you hear that calming music? I've never seen anything like this. They have different nail art designs of what you can get. I'll take pictures of these and show you up close, but like these are all Christmas related. And these are, you know, other different designs, and it's just awesome. And they can do all these. Oh my gosh, Edward Scissorhands.
Can you put them on people who don't have acrylic nails?
Yeah. So these can be used on people who don't have acrylic nails. And they just are painted on by hand, right? Painted on by hand. This is the hair coloring area. And, you know, there's someone getting their hair colored, but they have all this stuff over here, and it's just a really, really nice area. I love it. This place also makes their own hair color. It's called Pure Color, and it has keratin in it. So it actually, when you're coloring your hair, it gives it that like smooth, sleek effect. So I came here, you know, to get the keratin treatment because of Michelle's recommendation, and I thought it would just be a salon, you know. I just want to like stay here all day. You can get everything done here: nails, a massage, hair color. The best treatment. I was talking to the people who own the salon and everything and work here, and they're so knowledgeable, and they were explaining to me the differences of different keratin treatments. These are people you want to put your trust into. Like, they know everything. They know this field. They know what they're doing, and I can't go to anyone who I feel like doesn't have any idea of what's going on, or really the differences and like numbers and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's way above me. So this place is amazing. Simply Smooth Keratin. What are you waiting for?